Welcome everyone, Master King Chef J right here, and today I got a special treat for you. We're going to be making a silky smooth mac and cheese, and we're going to make some southern fried catfish to go along with that mac and cheese. Let's come over here and let's get started. So right here I have boiling water, and I added oil and salt to always add salt to your water, pasta water. So make sure your pasta is always seasoned. Now we're going to go into making our bechamel sauce. I'm going to add oil to the pan and some fresh garlic that I minced up. So saute the garlic. Now we're going to add flour to the pan. Now we're going to add heavy cream. And right now we're going to try to stir out all the lumps. This is a basic bechamel sauce. So we got our bechamel sauce going, and anytime you add flour to a sauce, you want to make sure you bring it to a boil first and then bring it back down to a simmer. So now we got our bechamel going. We took our pasta, and it's a campanelli pasta. We took it and drained it, and now it's cooling and it's getting ready to be used for the get tossed with the sauce. So right now we're going to take our variety of cheeses. Right here I have a little bit of fresh mozzarella I'm going to add to the sauce, because this is a cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. Then I have a little bit of cheddar cheese I'm going to add to the sauce. Now we're going to add pepper jack cheese to the sauce. We're going to add white cheddars to the sauce. And here I have a little bit of smoked Gouda. I'm going to break off pieces of the smoked Gouda and add it to the sauce. And this is our cheese sauce. And now I'm going to add some VELVEETA cheese to it. Notice I did not add any salt. The cheese has enough salt content in there. And I'm going to hit it with a little bit of black pepper. We're going to mix this up. We got our pasta drained, we got our sauce going, and our sauce is at the consistency that we want. It's nice and thick. I have it on a low simmer. It's nice and cheesy. Now you can taste it and adjust the flavors if you want. If you feel it you want to add a little bit of salt, it's okay to add a little bit of salt. It's totally up to how you want it to taste. Right now, I'm going to hit this with a little bit of sriracha to give it a little bit of depth and a little bit of spice. So I'm going to put a little sriracha inside the sauce, mix it up in there. And then what I do now is take the pasta that I made and I add it to the sauce. And remember, we're going to bake this, so you want it to be a little saucy. I'm going to mix this up in here, and that is perfect. Let me add a little bit more pasta. Now I'm going to bake this in the oven, so I need to be very loose so it doesn't dry out in the oven. So in my pan right here, I'm going to take some spray, because we don't want it to stick. Spray the pan really well. So we grease the pan very well. Now we're going to get ready and bake this mac and cheese. So we're going to take our white cheddar, our mozzarella cheese. We're going to add it to the pan right here, right? Look how good that looks. I'm going to add that to the pan. Now, we're still going to layer some cheese on top. Layer some cheddar cheese. Gives it that nice color. A little bit of pepper jack. And a little bit of mozzarella. Then we're going to take our breadcrumbs. We're going to sprinkle it evenly, breadcrumbs all over it. Now this is going to give it a nice texture. This is our PANKO breadcrumbs. You're going to sprinkle that all over the mac and cheese from corner to corner. And sprinkle it on here. I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 20 minutes. Alright, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take a little bit of paprika. just to give it a little bit of color and depth. Take a little paprika, sprinkle it on there. Get a little bit of color, a little bit of flavor. You don't want to put too much paprika because it is spicy. And then we're going to take a little bit of fresh chopped parsley that I made. We're going to sprinkle it over like this. Now, this is going to go in the oven, 375 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. So, we have our mac and cheese baking in the oven. And that's going to be some lip smacking mac and cheese. So right now I'm going to get ready to start my fried catfish. So I took my catfish, I seasoned it on both sides with a little bit of Tony rich Creole seasoning. Tony's Creole seasoning. I cooked it, seasoned it on both sides, right? Now, come over here. I have 2 eggs. I'm going to add a little bit of buttermilk. And I'm going to add a little bit of sriracha. And I'm going to dip this inside my dip my catfish inside this egg wash right here. I'm just gonna beat this real quick. Get a little bit of more buttermilk. Now I have my fryer right here set up at 350 degrees. And if you look right here, I have equal parts of cornmeal and flour. Now I'm gonna season it with a little lemon pepper seasoning, right? And then I'm gonna mix this up. I'm gonna mix this up. 50-50, cornmeal and flour. So, I have the mac and cheese in the oven. Right here, I have catfish. I have it seasoned with some Tony Rich's Creole seasoning, okay? I'm gonna take the catfish, dip it in the egg wash with buttermilk and egg and sriracha. Place it in here, make sure it's breaded well. Get down in there good. Make sure it's fully coated. Now we're going to drop this in the fryer. And remember guys, we're always building flavor. So we're going to let this drain a little bit. And anytime you bring something out of the fryer, that's when you want to season it. Because when it's hot and bubbly like this, that's when all the seasoning is going to stick. It's going to stick to anything that you're bringing out of the fryer. Alright, now right now, we're going to bring out our mac and cheese out of the oven. Wow. How good does that look? Go over here. Now, let's get in here and get a little taste of this awesome mac and cheese with the crust. Look at that steam. Look at that right there. You want some? You want some? Whoa. Now that's fire right there. That's straight fire. Let's plate this beautiful dish. Okay. Let's take some of our mac and cheese. Oh man, look at that. See that? That's beautiful. That's our mac and cheese right here. Right here. Alright. I'm gonna take some of our catfish that we just fried up. Set it on a plate like this here. Take a little bit of our lemon wedges. One here. One here. And take some Parmesan cheese. A little bit of chopped parsley. We'll take our parsley right here and set it right here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Chef J Rod's silky smooth mac and cheese. Remember guys, keep God first in your life and everything will fall into place. Thank you all for watching. God bless.